Harsh, congratulations and welcome back to our building. And I want to make it clear in the beginning, this is the recorded interview, and I'll be publishing this interview on my YouTube channel. A lot of people want to know because when I uploaded the video, so people want to know, do you have a travel history?
I don't have any travel history.
So, what do you think from where you got this? I mean, you got infected by this COVID 19.
Yeah, a lot of people are asking me. It's a very unfortunate thing that I got. So there was just one particular day, somewhere around 20th, where I had to travel from my home to office for 2-3 hours because on 20th I suppose our chief minister had announced that from 21st to 31st March there would be a absolute closure of everything in our state.
Okay.
So I had some urgent work, had to go, and maybe either I could have contracted maybe the cab which I took, or maybe someone on the way, or that's how I don't recollect as to how this happened, but it's just an unfortunate thing that happened.
Okay, so basically, it's like you don't have any travel history, and this all happened while you are in India and you were just traveling to your office, in touch with someone or by a cab, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And the second most important thing, like after, like once you got ill, what was the symptoms you came to know? Like, okay, we understand, like by the medical report, of course, it came positive, but before
Mm.
that, what was the symptoms you were
So
facing?
my test was done on 27th of March. So before that, a week before, I had a lot of weakness in my body. I had a very bad body pain, stomach pain, and those were my essentially the major symptoms. And I was just talking to my family doctor. So he had prescribed me dosage. So since it's a paracetamol, I was not having any fever or anything, any such fever. That time I didn't have any pain in my throat or anything. So maybe that paracetamol, my fever was under control. But
Okay.
then major symptoms were chills. I had a lot of chills. I used to feel very bad body pain and stomach ache. So these were essentially those symptoms, and which led to a trigger that I spoke with my doctor. He said that he would do some basic tests, CBC, CRP, and all. So those results were not good, and then he said that since this epidemic is on, it's better that we suggest that you go with COVID-19 test. And that's how I did my COVID-19 test on 27th via private lab SRL, and that's how I was diagnosed positive.
ठीक है, no problem. So once you got this, like, and you have taken to the hospital, नहीं वो hospital का क्या नाम था?
So I was admitted at Seven Hills Hospital. So that facility was managed by Reliance Foundation.
Okay.
So there I was placed. So as you know, one report is tested positive. So BMC is intimated,
ठीक है. So
and
the
you have to
hospital, the
get
hospital name you said
admitted.
was Seven Hills, right?
Yeah, Seven Hills. Seven Hills.
Now, what was your experience? Experience कैसा था? Because जब भी हम लोग हॉस्पिटल की बात करते हैं और स्पेशली ऐसे टाइम पे जहाँ पर बहुत सारे पेशेंट एक साथ जाते हैं तो थोड़ा डर लगता है लोगों को. सो ये एक्सपीरियंस कैसा था? क्योंकि जैसे हिंदी पिक्चर में स्पेशली बताते हैं, जैसे कॉरिडोर्स में बिस्तर है उस पे ही पेशेंट लेटे हुए हैं, एंड वैसा ही था या इट वाज अ नीट एंड क्लीन
No,
हॉस्पिटल प्लस?
they had a it was a very neat and clean hospital, very nicely managed. So I had a twin sharing room. So I was sharing my room with another person who was that uncle was in fact he's aged at 54 years. Uh, he was also diagnosed with COVID. We both were admitted on the same day. So it's a good thing that you have some company with you with whom you can talk. Room and all, everything was good. Facility was good. It was an AC room. I also had a TV uh, out there, and all good.
Well said. But Harsh, Jabi bhi, when you have this such a nice facilities and all that, especially in hospital in India, the bills really go up to. एक कॉमन मैन के लिए इतना सा फैसिलिटी उठाना पॉसिबल नहीं है एंड फॉर दिस
So
काइंड ऑफ सिकनेस.
yeah, yeah.
So
So what I understand
is
is,
your is your bill was paid by you or by the authorities or by the government? Please, because बहुत सारे लोग ये
yeah,
पूछेंगे
yeah,
कौन
yeah.
बिल कौन पे करता है इस सब का.
So the my entire cost was borne by that Reliance Foundation, and currently what I understand is government is bearing the entire cost, and the patients are not required to pay any money.
Okay, so that's really wonderful by the government,
Yeah,
and
that's
that's
really
with the
wonderful by
Reliance
the government.
Foundation, so nobody has to pay anything. That's wonderful. And one more thing, like once you got admitted, वो क्या exactly क्या होता है? क्योंकि बहुत सारे लोग बोलते हैं 5 टेस्ट देने पड़ते हैं, फिर नेगेटिव आता है तो घर पे आते हैं, या कोई कोई बोलता है एक टेस्ट में ही भेज देते हैं. कैन यू क्लैरिफाई लिटिल बिट ऑन दैट?
So the protocol is that at least your two consecutive tests should be negative, back-to-back two tests which they do, that should be negative, and that is how you get yourself clear of the hospital. So
So it's you're saying it's two टेस्ट, एक से
yeah,
एक के बाद एक नेगेटिव आना चाहिए, एंड वंस
yeah,
दिस बोथ टेस्ट आर नेगेटिव they'll let you go from the hospital.
yes,
Acha.
yes.
Very important. After coming from the hospital, are you still like in
Mhm.
isolation for 14 days, or you can go out and like do your normal
No,
stuff?
no, no,
I'm not
I'm
saying
supposed
like
to.
no,
I'm,
out means
I'm
घर में normal से rest
No, no,
लो.
no. I'm supposed to be in isolation. I'm supposed to isolate myself for 14 days. I'm
Again,
under home quarantine, and I
okay.
have been given medications which I'm supposed to take for that 14 days period.
Okay. Do you like उन लोग ने कोई दवाई दिया है खाने के लिए स्पेशल मेडिसिन, और इट्स नॉर्मल फूड एंड
So
एनी काइंड
basically,
ऑफ ना
no,
फूड में कुछ बोला है कि ये नहीं खा सकते ये खा
no,
सकते, या
food,
दवाई
everything,
कुछ एक्स्ट्रा?
everything, all healthy food I'm supposed to have. Everything I can have. There's no restriction on the food as such, and I essentially the medicines is basically the Tamiflu, which I'm supposed to take.
नॉर्मल फ्लू के लिए
So
यूज होती
yeah, flu and antiviral medicines, medications to enhance, improve your immunity. So those medications are there, which I'm taking it.
है. ओके. और एक और बात बहुत ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है, क्योंकि जब मैंने ये वीडियो अपलोड किया था, मैंने क्लियरली बोला था दिस माय फ्रेंड गॉट रिकवर विद इन 5 डेज. सो बहुत सारे लोग ने इस पे भी एलिगेशन उठाए थे, क्या 5 दिन में कोई कैसे ठीक हो सकता है? सो
See,
कैन यू या
it all depends on your immune system, how strong your immune system is. People do uh, so in my case, probably what I feel is, when I was diagnosed, so maybe at that particular point in time, I was at a pretty matured stage where, my recovery mechanism would have started. So maybe that part helped me to
ओके.
the medication and the treatment which I got. So it all depends on your immune system. Again, I would emphasize that immune system plays a pivotal role in your discharge from.
Has been done. Just last, what suggestion you going to give it to the people who is COVID-19 positive? Now this is your experience, just any motivational, because बहुत सारे लोगों को लग रहा है अभी भी क्या, if you are diagnosed with COVID-19, it's end of the world. So what you want to say the person who recover within 5 days,
Mhm.
what exactly you want to share the tell the world about this?
So, in my experience, I would say that it's not an end of the world. People should. In my case, my only concern was since I tested positive, I didn't want my any of the family members to be tested positive. So luckily, all when they did the test, BMC people had come to my place. People from KM hospital had come, they did the test, and all my family members tested negative. So that's a good thing that they didn't test positive. So my half of the battle was won when I got to know that they are not positive.
Okay.
So that was a one big relief. That was a major, God's grace on me, what I can say. And then recovery does
Just
happen. So recovery does happen. It all depends on your immune system. If you don't have any problem, any other complications in you, so then you will be recovering it quite soon. So what I understand is even the uncle who was placed in my twin sharing room, so he is aged 54. Even he didn't have any complications. So his first test, uh, when they did in the hospital, that turned out to be negative. Second test also, what I got to hear from him is negative. So even he was supposed to be discharged. So it all depends on your immune system. So I would request everyone, to maintain a very good hygiene, eat healthy food, and maintain their immune system so that they can fight off corona. Most importantly is I got a very good support from all the people at BMC who
okay.
were actually coordinating with my family for their test, and they were also inquiring about my health. Even our local police station, I got calls from the inspector as well, as to how was my
Yeah.
recovery and all. So I got a very awesome support. Even all the staff, the healthcare staff, doctors, nurses at Seven Hills, they are awesome. Hats off to them, because they are the people who are dedicating their life for someone else's happiness, for my
Yes,
happiness.
absolutely. Yeah.
And what I
That's
understand is
they
they
are
are
the
not
real heroes for now.
they are in fact away from their family. They have chosen to help and treat people. And what I understand is they are not going back to their home. They are staying there only, and then that is how they are treating people. So hats off to them.
Absolutely. Thank you, Harsh, for your time. Thank you,
Yeah,
and welcome back again to the building. Okay, and welcome
yeah.
back to family also. So thank you for
Thanks.
giving us a time and giving this interview. I will be posting this interview most probably tomorrow, and you can
Mhm.
watch, and hopefully people will learn something from you. And all the people who is criticizing that direct isko tha hi nahi, so they'll understand what exactly is COVID-19 and how you need to fight with it. Thank you.